Hey up everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well on this Saturday, wherever you are in the world. Tonight's video is going to be part 2 of my NRL Bad Boys list. Last night I did a top 10 NRL Bad Boys list, but there's just so many off-field incidents that have happened in the past, so many players behaving badly, that there's a bit of a spillover. So I've got another video to include the ones that I've forgotten, and some of you have suggested some bad boys that have done some things in the past that should be on this video. Before I get into the video, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm currently at 473 subscribers, looking to get to 500 by the end of January 2021. Also, in my next video, I'm going to be doing some shout outs. So if you're a new YouTuber, or if you're an established YouTuber, or it could even be an Instagram user, if you want me to give you a shout out, to give you maybe some attention on the channel, then by all means, see that you want a shout out in the next video, I'll give you one. Getting into this video, there's no particular order for these bad boys. I'm just going to be going through some of the ones that I think some of the NRL bad boys, especially in the NRL era. Starting off with Jacob Loco, the former Parramatta and Canterbury player. He's no stranger to off-field incidents. He was arrested for high-range drink driving back in 2015. He was also arrested for drugs at Star City Casino, same as Corey Norman. He had MDMA, and then pretty much when ended his NRL career, he got into a fist fight with George Tafua, the Manly player, out the front of a Sydney pub, and he was sacked by Canterbury. After that, he never played NRL again. He played lower grades. It was a bit of a shame considering that Terry Lamb, the Canterbury legend and Western Suburbs player as well, he said that Jacob Loco could really be a superstar. He's got all the goods to be an NRL player, and unfortunately for Jacob Loco, off-field incidents ruined his career. The next player is a player that you probably never heard of before, and his name's Joel Romelo. He played for Canterbury, Bankstown and Melbourne, but before that he also had stints with Cronulla. He was sacked with Cronulla in 2007. He was sacked by Penrith when he was there in 2010. After his NRL career pretty much finished in 2016, he was arrested on an ice racket that he was doing, crystal methamphetamine. That was up in Darwin. He was arrested for that. In 2017, he was jailed for 2 years for another drugs-related charge, and then in 2019 he was jailed for 3 years after he led police on a couple of high-speed chases, and also he violently assaulted his girlfriend. So that's Joel Romelo's rap sheet. The next player is Tim Smith. Now, I'm pretty sure you all remember Tim Smith. In 2005, December 2005, he was involved in a punch-up with someone at the Rocks in Sydney. In 2006, he got into a fight with Michael Clark at Northies, I believe. That was over a girl. In 2007, December 2007, he was also in trouble again for being drunk and disorderly. And then pretty much when ended his rugby league career when he was over here in England. He was driving a car with Kevin Locke in the passenger seat. They were drunk. They crashed into someone's house. The videos is actually on YouTube somewhere, and he was sacked for that. For gross misconduct, and also he failed to tell the club about it as well. So that was very handy of Tim Smith to do. The next player, Brett Seymour. In 2006, he was alleged to have committed sexual assault, and then in 2007, after a string of off-field incidents, he was sacked by Brisbane. He tried to resurrect his career with Cronulla Sutherland, but once again he was sacked in 2009 for more alcohol-related incidents. It's a shame for Brett Seymour because he was tipped to be one of the next big things in the Queensland and Brisbane setup, and it just never happened. The next player is Dylan Walker. Now, Dylan Walker, he had a relatively quiet start to his rugby league career in off-field incidents. You can see in 2015 though, him and his mate from South, Aaron Gray, they overdosed and nearly died after I think they were experimenting with oxycodone and some other things, and they were lucky to survive that. Actually, they had to get taken to St Vincent's Hospital. And then in 2018 he was arrested and charged with assaulting his girlfriend. Now, I know that he was acquitted of it and all that, but if you actually go back through the case, he was very lucky to get off with it. His girlfriend actually changed the story about what happened about 2 or 3 times. What really happened, we don't know, but I think that he was very lucky to get away with that. And then just towards the end of last year, he was arrested on assault charges. Apparently, he was at some sort of a pizza shop. He went into a car that wasn't his, and there was a female in the car. Two men approached him, said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he ended up getting into a fight with them, and he bashed both of them. And now he has to go back to court in February, I think, this year. The next player is another player that's recently been in the news, Jameil Hopper. Of course, his dad, was the NRL Bad Boy winner last night. He was top of the chart for the NRL Bad Boys. In 2012, he was actually a Parramatta player back then. He was in the juniors, and he was sacked by Parramatta after a string of off-field incidents. In 2014, he was jailed for 1 year while he was playing at Manly after he viciously assaulted two men out the front of a pub in Sydney. And then just recently, he was arrested and charged with domestic violence and drink driving charges. So you can pretty much see that Jameil Hopper's career is over. The next player on the list, I really should have included him, I think, in last night's list, but I thought that there were some players that did some more serious things. But the next player I'm going to name is Greg Blade. So he's got quite a rap sheet, actually. So in 2004, he was suspended for 10 weeks after he kneed Shane Martini, who was a South player, in the head. In 2006, he was questioned over sexual text messages that he sent to Laura Bingle. She made a complaint about that. In 2008, he glassed his girlfriend. That was a long ongoing thing. Like the Dylan Walker thing, she changed the story as well, even though there was photos of her with a cut face and she had to get surgery and all that. In 2009, his visa was denied to come here to England. He was trying to escape Australia. He signed a contract with Bradford, but that was rejected because he didn't meet the fit character requirements. In 2009, he was convicted of another assault. In 2014, on his wedding day of all days, he went outside and he pissed next to a police car, and he was arrested over that and charged for that. In 2015, he was arrested over alleged cocaine supply while he was at the Gold Coast Titans. And then in 2016, he was fined for being drunk and disorderly and failing to leave the premises. The next player on the list is Chris Grevesmuir. Now, he's only done the one thing, but I thought I'd include it on the list. He was involved in a fake jersey scam, similar to Paul Carter from last night, but what he was doing is he was accepting cash from fans and from organisations. He was promising to send out the jerseys to these organisations and the people, and he wasn't doing it. And he was later sacked by the Gold Coast over the incident, and he hasn't played NRL since. And I thought I'd add in a notable mention. Now, this player played before the NRL era, and he also played a bit in the NRL era, and his name is Julian ONeil. So in 1995, he'd done a couple of things off the field before this, but in 1995 he was charged with a few offences that he did whilst he was at Jupiter's Casino, one of which was he was alleged to have pissed underneath the blackjack table. He was alleged to have pulled down his pants and shown he's drunk to everyone, and he was also drunk and disorderly. That same year, he was sacked by Brisbane for another alcohol-related incident. In the same year, when he was over in England, actually, that's where he was sacked by Brisbane. He was arrested over here for drink driving. Then he signed for London Broncos in 1996, and he was sacked by the London Broncos for the same thing. In 1997, he was released by the Perth Reds after another alcohol-related incident and another drink driving offence. In 1998, probably the most infamous thing that he did was it was called the poo in the shoe scandal. So South Sydney went on like a bonding session, pre-season session out at Dubbo, and Julian ONeil, he actually defecated in a pair of shoes that were worn by a South player by the name of Jeremy Schloss. Try to see that 3 times really fast. And apparently he reportedly said, "I just shat in Schloss's shoe." And he also apparently smeared shite on the walls of the hotel, and that pretty much nobody's ever really forgotten that if you were alive at the time. In 2004, when he was in Australia with Widnes, who had gone over there for a couple of pre-season matches, whilst they're on some sort of cruise, he set fire to one of these mascots. It was like a 13 to 14-year-old lad. He was in one of those sort of mascot suits, and Julian ONeil set fire to the suit. And obviously people phoned the police, and Julian ONeil stripped down to his underpants and swept across the other side of the river to avoid being arrested, but he was eventually charged over that. And the last thing that Julian ONeil did recently was in 2015. He verbally threatened, he actually threatened physical harm of a former NRL player, Jack Elsgood, on Facebook. And he said that, you know, it's over, you dog cunt, I'm going to fucking get you, over social media. So he got in trouble over that. But anyways, that comes to a conclusion of my NRL Bad Boys Part 2 video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Your support greatly helps out this independent YouTuber. I'm not affiliated with the NRL, so your support is much welcomed and appreciated. Anyways, this is Rugby League History signing off, and I'll catch us all later, everyone, in the next video. Alright, tatty bye now.